We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a 3rd grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2, you all jumped ahead of me, but anyway, you can guess what you're going to get when you become number 4.
President Biden, do you support reparations?
Well, I mean, since I haven't spoken on this, got a chance. Number one, the reason we're the country we are is because of immigration. We've been able to cherry pick the best from every single continent. The people who come here have determination, resilience. They are ready to stand up and work like the devil. We have 24 out of every 100 children in our school today is Hispanic. The idea that we are going to walk away and not provide every opportunity for them is not only stupid and immoral, but it's bad for America. They are the future of America.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. This is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
We are owed $104 trillion on the very low end, plus $735 billion recurring. This number does not include the cost of about 50 Black Wall Streets that were decimated, nor compound interest from 2017 when Sean D. Rochester's book, The Black Tax, was published, nor the cost of Black life, nor the cost of living increases, nor the war on drugs, nor the current day pandemic. The number I'm working with is for slavery, Jim Crow, and accrued ongoing systemic racism, oppression, and disadvantage in the country our ancestors built with their lives.
Good evening on the West Coast. Good evening in the mountain. Good evening in the central. Good evening on the East Coast. You know exactly who it is, family. Angela Nirvana, your hostess with the mostest on the reparationist perspective. Bringing you those recent hot topics and making the case for reparations. Making the case for weaponizing our vote, socializing our suffering. Hi, Yaira. I see you, family. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Twitter. Welcome, ScrewTube. Welcome, Facebook. How y'all doing tonight? It's so good to have you in the building. The few that are here, congratulations to you for being just as curious and just as interested in this amazing topic of the Hebrew Israelites as the original Jews. I am just elated over recent events. I mean, Ye and Kyrie have turned the mother out. Okay, they have. The truth is coming through. Folks have already reported on this. I swear I should have stayed up late. Hi, The Rock. I see you, fam. We talking about these brothers. I mean, it looks like 1,000 deep over in New York, marching to wake the Black folks up. Again to Kanye, again to Kyrie. It's just epic. Hi, Nikki. I'm just, woo. Queen Abadiah had it right now. This is the age of Aquarius. And we are rising up and not giving two damns what these white folks think about it. And it just piqued my curiosity. I always saw these Hebrew Israelites on the corners over in New York when I lived there. And I used to think, cool. But I should have known. White folks just been lying about who we are. And the things I've been finding, just little bits and pieces here and there, because I don't listen. I'm not a scholar. I'm just here to share with those whose interest is as piqued as mine has been as to why they are doing a full court press to rob Kanye and Kyrie of being able to espouse the truth. I'm just like, oh, this is what they do, akin to COINTELPRO. Whenever we stood up and fought for anything, we were labeled anti-Semitic. If we fought for the right to be citizens, for economic inclusion, for the vote, whenever we would do anything, first it was the commie scandals, then come to find out, they've called several leaders anti-Semitic. Let's go right into it. These things just boggle my mind, and I have to know more. That's just the social justice warrior in me for American freedmen, social justice for American freedmen. I have to know. I can't sit up here and have things happening around me. And I love truth and justice. I probably should have been born a Libra. I was born a Virgo. I might have Libra rising. I don't know. Justice and truth matter a great deal to me. So I figure it might matter to a few of you as well. And it's a way for me to continue to sound the alarm that we need all hands on deck. And if you want to know who to move with in your area, please Gmail me at therepperspect@gmail.com. Okay, so everything I do over here, some will be, kind of like the TMZ kind of stuff, and some will be political, but all of it is for the greater good of American freedmen to get these reparations. So I will come over here as frequently as I can. I have to go boots more so on the ground, and I'm putting together a game plan for that. So I can't disclose all that here. But if you're, Ira is a Libra. I still need to do your chart. Yes, you do. Oh, Lord, that's going to be a nail biter. But yes, so Nikki says, I was wondering when the religious community was going to step up on this issue. Oh, no, honey. The religious community does not step up for us at all when it comes to social justice. Why? Because they're bought and paid for by the government. They're the 501c3s. That's their hush money. You won't see them taken to the streets when we're executed by these race soldiers by state sanction. You won't see them in the streets fighting for reparations. You won't see them in the street talking about the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? They want us to believe that those brothers are just as crazy as Kanye. I don't believe Kanye is crazy. I think he's a genius. And I think what he did to these white folks to get out of his contracts was brilliant. Now they owe him for breaking the contracts. Round of applause. That brother is brilliant. And that's what they love to do. For folks who speak up and out for the people, you get labeled. Watch this. Watch this. Stand by. Let me share my first video. Get your little libations. This is going to be a little bit of a minute. My co-host in the chat, continue to chat things that come to your mind. You know, at the end of the segment, I'm going to actually read your comments and weigh in. Okay, so let me share the screen because Farrakhan already talked about this. Yeah, whenever they don't like us standing up for one another, we get labeled. And this is why we need an anti-Freedmen defamation league. These folks should be held accountable for their hate and vile leveled at American freedmen from the time they dragged us over here for our ancestors to slay this land. Hold on, y'all. Let me find, Lord, once again, y'all know I got a million screens open. Hold on, y'all. A surprising history of black. Honey, I've been doing so much research. Share. Let me go. Okay, I wanted to show that, but I have to come back to that. Let me see if I can find the other one in my history. Hold on, y'all. Just stand by, honey. I got so much open. I beg your patience, but I had to start with this before I get into these brothers that have taken to the streets of New York to, take their power back. Netanyahu. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see all of my research here scrolling on the screen. I don't think it's that one. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. Okay, maybe this is it. Lord have mercy. Oh, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Oh, Lord. I'm going to try one more. Too many tabs open, y'all. Just way too many tabs. Therein lies the challenge. Why I can't seem to get my hands on nothing that I opened up. Here we go. Well, hold on. So I got to stop this one. Oh, God. Stand by, family. I got to stop sharing that one so I can share the right one. My apologies, family. I've just been doing a ton of research and stuff is embedded in stuff. I thank you for your patience. It's coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Farrakhan runs list of black leaders falsely charged as anti-Semites. Come on. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let us look at all the black leaders that have been charged with anti-Semitic behavior because they dared to utter a word of criticism against Jewish misbehavior and mislabeling. Let's take a look at who is anti-Semitic. I bet you won't even believe this. Booker T. Washington, the founder of Tuskegee University. W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Yes, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the man that said anti-Semitism is a sin. You all referred to him at one point as an anti-Semite. Malcolm X, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, President Nelson Mandela, Bishop Desmond Tutu, Julian Bond, Kwame Ture, formerly known as Stokely Carmichael, Andrew Young, Kwesi Nkrumah, former member of Congress and former leader of the NAACP, the Reverends Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Joseph Lowry, the Nonviolent Coordinating Committee called SNCC, the Black Panthers, the Universal Negro Improvement Association, which was Mr. Garvey's movement, the Nation of Islam. But it doesn't stop there. They accuse Mahatma Gandhi of being an anti-Semite. Historian John Hope Franklin, historian J.A. Rogers, writer James Baldwin, Richard Wright, Julius Lester, Alice Walker, entertainer Michael Jackson, Spike Lee, Ice Cube, Arsenio Hall, Muhammad Ali, Public Enemy, Oprah Winfrey. This is just a few. Look at the great company that Louis Farrakhan is in. You mean everybody is a hater of the Jewish people. Stop it.
Woo-wee! And the great, oh, hold on, child, the ghetto. Okay, Malcolm X is coming up, child. I've been digging deep. And so that's what I mean, family. These crackers have literally stolen our identity. That's what they've done. And now they sit up here and want to lynch Ye and Kyrie's bags, child. But the Hebrew Israelites had something for that ass, okay? Let me share a little bit of what happened via a couple of articles that I pulled up. And then I'm going to show you these brothers marching like, say what now? Say what now? You can't economically lynch us. You can't do a damn thing the way we rolling deep. We know who we are. And to my understanding, there's about 2 million in this country that profess to be the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So let me share a little bit of the article and watch how the Daily Mail tried to minimize the crowd. So I'm going to read as usual. You guys know I can't see you right now. Keep chatting amongst yourself, and I'll be back. I'm going to be over here doing my thing as God gives it to me, okay? So anyway, Kyrie Irving suspension protested by a small group outside Barclays Center. Let's just start right there, and let's share a video. They said a small group, okay? Put a pin in that. Let me show you what's up. I got to go back.
Well, let us.
Okay. This is from. Hold on one second. I want to show y'all, since the Daily Mail tried it, I want to show y'all what they calling a small group. Okay, hold on. I got to stop sharing that and share this. Hold on, family. Stand by. Daily Mail tried it. Okay, I got to mute the sound. Oh, wait, I don't have to mute it. Well, yes, I do, because I want you to see something, and there's music playing, and I don't want a copyright strike. Now, does that look like a small group to you? Can y'all see that? Does that look like a small group to you? What's up with that, Daily Mail? That don't look like no small group to me. Marching to the Barclays Center. Look at them, y'all. This is beautiful. Brothers rising up. Brothers rising up. Do you hear me? This is epic. Shut the street down, baby. Marching proud to declare who they are. And this is the problem with the wickedness of white folks. This is what they did to Egypt. They've done this to everything black and everything great. God's chosen people. How much easier is it to get off on this slave narrative and not tell you your origins? It becomes very easy. Let me stop sharing that. That was, I borrowed that footage from Lisa Cabrera, one of the vloggers whom I love. I got quite a few. But yeah, so, yeah. This is what the Daily Mail is lying about. Talking about a small group. They like to minimize it. This is what they do to the things concerning American freedmen. They lie, lie, lie. I keep trying to educate you guys that when they go left, you must go right. If they love it, you must despise it. If they despise it, you must embrace it. They despise the things that are in our best interest, like closed borders. So they'll make an enemy of Trump, right? This is what they do. They'll make him seem more of a racist because he's overt with it when they are in fact covert with it. To get you hating him for saying words or tweeting words, all the while they're seeking to erase and replace you with immigrants. But that's a whole nother story for another day. I just had to show y'all the brothers. Okay, so let me get back to my article, because y'all know I'll make this about the vote. It's going to always be weaponizing the vote and socializing our suffering. Every broadcast I do will always lead there. So let's go to the Jerusalem Post. This is what they had about. Let me show this. I'm going to keep this title up here while I read, because it's just epic. Ooh, I love it when they get their pennies in a bunch. Yeah, it looks large to me too, Nikki. Hi, Diane. Hi, Tay-Bay. Okay, I'm going to be back, y'all. I don't want to get caught up in playing with y'all when I got a broadcast to do. The people want to get in and out. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I just love it when we rise up. It just is rich. It's just rich. It's epic. It makes me so proud. Once again, I'm not a scholar. I still have a lot of research to do. But honey, what I am coming to learn is just, it gives me life to see our brothers rising up. You will not lie on us and to us anymore. We know who we are. Can y'all see that okay? Let me see. Yeah, I don't want to make it bigger than me. Y'all can see good enough. I want to be seen too. Okay, so let me go over here and read this article. Oh, here we go. J Post. Okay, here we go. The Jerusalem Post. We are the real Jews. Hundreds, not a small group, Daily Mail, of Black Hebrews march in New York City. The Post obtained a pair of flyers distributed by the Black Hebrew Israelite movement followers outside the stadium, which claimed to share the truth about anti-Semitism and slavery. Okay? Woo-wee! Come on, let's get it. Let's go. Oh, why are these things? I don't want to sign up. Stop it. Hundreds of followers of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement marched through New York City on Monday in support of basketball player Kyrie Irving, who returned from suspension after he had shared a link on social media to a documentary that advocates Black Hebrew Israelite theological claims that people of African descent are the real Jews. Purple uniform BHI adherents chanted, "We are the real Jews and time to wake up," according to a video shared by Creative Community for Peace director Ari Engel. Okay, let's just watch a little bit more footage. Let me show y'all. It's embedded here, so it's not going to be such a jump around, but I think I could play this because there's no music. know why it's buffering. But y'all get the idea. Let me see. Maybe it stopped. Okay, it stopped. All right, guys. So I'm going to escape out of there. And yeah, it stopped. Okay. Wasn't that a beautiful sound to your ears? All those gorgeous black men who know who they are, and they're not sitting down and taking this crap off these white folks. Honey, child, it just makes me happy. Through and through. Okay, so let me make myself bigger. I'm so sick of these ads, y'all. Hold on. It is just really on the nerve. Okay, let me go back to my article, because I've got other things to share intermittently as I share with you today. Thank you guys for being here. I see you, Trey X. I see you, Robin. Okay, I'll be over. You guys play in the chat as my co-host. I'll be over to read your comments when I'm done with the broadcast. Okay, I'm on a totally different screen now. Okay, so we are the real Jews and time to wake up. It's just rich and epic. Black Hebrew Israelites out in force today chanting, "We are the real Jews, time to wake up," as they march towards the Barclays Center in support of Kyrie Irving's return. And the Daily Mail can kiss my acrobat and my soda cracker. It was not a small group. ESPN claimed, back to the text, that the men were members of Israel United in Christ. Another video shared by the popular Twitter account NBA Central showed the Black Hebrews lined up outside the stadium in which Irving's first game since his suspension was to be played. Let's roll the tape. I want it memorialized here. I want it memorialized here. Yes, I do.
Move the tape. Worldwide. Some of us used to be in the club.
Oh, stop buffering, please. Let's try it again.
Hey, move the tape. Worldwide. Some of us used to be in the club.
Woo-hoo! Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, so that's that. Let me just go back to where I had y'all. Oh, did it stop sharing? Hold on, y'all. No, it didn't. Can we get along over here? Okay, hopefully they don't take this video down. I'm so sick of this stuff. Oh God, please. Okay, so there you saw that video. Outside of the Barclays Center. I just love it. Black Hebrew Israelite pamphlets. Listen to this, y'all. Oh, let me make sure I'm a little bigger this time. Okay. Hi, y'all. Okay. Black Hebrew Israelite pamphlets. The Jerusalem Post obtained a pair of flyers distributed by the Black Hebrew Israelite movement followers outside the stadium. The truth about slavery, read one flyer. The so-called blacks and Hispanics are the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the children of the slave trade. Okay, see, I am so sick of this article jumping around. I can't wait to be done with it. Okay, now, let me help you understand something. I did watch Hebrews to Negroes. I don't know how you can have it both ways. How the blacks and the Hispanics can be the original Hebrew Israelites when blackness is where everything originates from. So that throws me off. One of these days, maybe I'll be able to ask Mr. Ronald Dalton Jr., who is the author of this now viral share. I mean, the movie and the books have the sales have went through the roof. Okay. So one of these days, maybe I'll be able to ask, how were Hispanics one of the 12 tribes of Israel? I thought all 12 tribes were black. So that's confusing to me. The flyers cited, back to the text, the flyers cited biblical passages warning the Jewish people that if they did not heed the Torah, they would be enslaved and placed in yokes of iron. The flyer pointed to that very practice being inflicted on the victims of the transatlantic slave trade as proof of their identity. Does that mean all of us who were traded into slavery are Hebrew Israelites and brainwashed into Christianity? Interesting. Because this was not the only time someone said that. Let me find the tape and share it with you. It's a good time to introduce it. Hold on.
The most famous Jews are people like
Stand by, family. I beg your patience. I'm going somewhere with this. You just have to be extremely patient. Hold on. Because I don't have a producer. It's just me.
Jewish communities began to develop. As the colonies expanded, Jews from across Europe continued to immigrate. It wasn't long after this that the first Black Jews appeared.
Okay, hold on, family. Here we go. Let me share this with you. Interesting stuff, family. The advent of social media and Google have just really blown the lid off of these lies, family. Watch this. Let me stop that. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'm being shadow banned. And when you thumbs up, it enables other people to find me. Yay! And thank you for my 1,530 subs. I've come a long way from my humble beginnings of the contemporary reparations grassroots movement. Thank you, one and all. Okay, but I still need your help. They won't monetize me, and they've shadow banned me. Okay, hold on, guys. I know I'm a little slow. Like I said, I wear all the hats. So you just have to be patient. Here we go.
Here in America, when in the 1500s, European colonizers in Africa began sending African slaves to their newly built colonies in the Americas. According to research, it's highly possible that the first Black Jews in the New World came as slaves from Jewish communities in Africa, like the Ethiopian Jews known as the Beta Israel. During the 15 and 1600s, slave ownership became more and more common in the New World. Over time, these slaves took on the faith of the homes in which they were enslaved, whether by choice or by force. For most, that meant becoming Christians. But for a small group of slaves, that meant becoming Jews. Over time, some of these Jewish slaves or their descendants were sold to slave owners in the United States. While records are sparse, there are accounts of at least some Black slaves in the U.S. who maintained their Jewish faith and identity. Regardless of whether they were Jewish or not, Black slaves felt a strong connection with the Israelites of the Bible who were rescued from slavery in Egypt and chosen by God for a unique destiny. A verse from Psalms particularly bolstered this connection. Princes shall come out of Egypt, and Ethiopia shall soon stretch forth her hands unto God. This verse empowered and uplifted many, while leading others to believe it to be a proof of a historical connection between the biblical Israelites and modern-day Black peoples. With the Great Migration of the early 20th century, millions of Black Americans relocated to northern states in search of opportunity and to escape racist Jim Crow laws. Around the 1920s, Black leaders founded Jewish-inspired African American congregations. For some, these communities would be a path to joining mainstream denominational Judaism, namely through the path of conversion. Conversions would go on to become more common among Black Americans in the decades to follow. The most famous example of conversion was the world-famous singer, actor, and comedian Sammy Davis Jr. Born to a Catholic mother and a Baptist father, Davis began his journey to Judaism after surviving a car crash in 1954. He discovered the similarities between Judaism and Black culture from his friend, comedian Eddie Cantor, which led Davis to study the religion further and eventually convert. Another notable convert from this time was the civil rights activist Charles McDew. He converted to Judaism in high school, finding inspiration from a quote from the Ethics of the Fathers, "If I am only for myself, what am I? If not now, when?" McDew felt that this quote established a moral obligation to fight injustice and would become a mantra for him in his decades-long fight for civil rights. High-profile converts like these lead many people to believe that if they're meeting a black Jew, they're meeting a convert. But that's not the case, especially today. I myself am not a convert, nor were my parents. My father is a black Christian from Georgia, where his family had been for generations, while my Jewish mother's family came to Kansas from Eastern Europe. While interracial marriages like my parents are not unusual today, they used to be extremely uncommon and were even illegal in many states until 1967. That's when the Supreme Court ruled in Loving.
Okay, this is not about interracial marriage, but she talks about. Let me come back and make my screen larger. Let me stop sharing that. Okay, so what she talks about is those that converted, those like herself who were born into the Jewish community, and those of us who were traded into slavery and made it over to this soil, and how they held to their Jewish roots. So the Hebrew Israelites is not a stretch. It's actually them overstanding who they are as God's chosen people. And they either learned about it or the tradition was carried on from slavery down to them. Isn't it epic and rich? All this right up under our nose. I never knew. Back to the text. Okay, now here we get into, let me go back because I'm, like I said, I'm sharing in between. Okay. I'm sorry, it keeps jumping, family. Just, I beg your patience. It keeps jumping. Okay. The flyer pointed to that very practice being inflicted on the victims of the transatlantic slave trade as proof of their identity. A second flyer claimed to impact the truth about anti-Semitism, casting Jews as Amalek, who conspired to hide the true identity of the Israelites and would work to prevent them from waking up in the last days. Ooh-wee. There is a widely recognized pattern of enslavement, systemic oppression, bullying, legal manipulation, and anti-Black political lobbying, including silencing Black voices in media outlets worldwide. The pamphlet continued. Ain't that the TR, Ruth? The biblical Israelites are targeted and accused of hate day and night without rest. Our knowledge of our heritage and laws has been systematically removed from us through the monstrous Holocaust, our never-ending Holocaust, family, known as the transatlantic slave trade. They may lie to the world and deny us of our birthright. Yet Jesus, the Christ, you know, the one I always remind you that indwells your temple. When I pray at the end that you are the face of God, the voice of God, the body temple of the living God. Yeah. You're Robin the Christ. You're Yaira the Christ. You're Diane the Christ. Trey X the Christ. The Rock the Christ. Okay. That's metaphysics. That's my lane. Anyway. They may lie to the world and deny us of our birthright, yet Jesus the Christ, our black Messiah, confirms the truth of who we are. We are not anti-Semitic. We are Semitic. Okay. Spencer Rich. I love to learn. I love to learn. Not the real Jews perpetuates anti-Semitism. The American Jewish Committee said in a statement, Black Hebrew Israelites chanting, "We are the real Jews," is a troubling anti-Semitic trope with dangerous potential. We cannot allow this supremacist ideology to spread and gain greater acceptance. Now do you see why they're economically lynching? Yay, they're economically lynching Kyrie. They have shut Mr. Dalton's YouTube channel down. Claiming Jewish people are not the real Jews perpetuates anti-Semitism around the world. Really now? Let's see about that. Let's see about that. Why wasn't this that I'm about to show you next considered anti-freedman racist sentiment? Why wasn't the Jewish community charged when they did this to Farrakhan? Stand by. Oh, where'd it go? Hold on, guys.
When I spoke in the forum in Los Angeles, 19,000 black people came out. The Jewish Defense League was outside chanting to kill Farrakhan, kill Farrakhan. Yesterday on the news, we saw them asking the question, what do you want? We want Farrakhan. How do you want him? We want him dead. Now, you can't find one word in the text of my speeches that calls for death to Jews, but I am made to look like a total wicked man, and here are people calling for my death. Let me say to you, Mr. Press and Mr. Government of America, what do you think will happen to America if anything happens to me?
Woo-wee! Oh, God. But these folks want to sit up here in a sea of beautiful, strong black men who know who they are as God's chosen people and say it's dangerous. Hold on, fam. Stuff just keep on going. They want to sit up here and call these brothers anti-Semitic. And they want to claim, let's go back and read it again after you just heard what you heard. The American Jewish Committee said in a statement, Black Hebrew Israelites chanting, "We are the real Jews," is a troubling anti-Semitic trope with dangerous potential. You see how they're trying to put a bounty on the head of those brothers for something to happen to them? Do you hear it? This is how we were COINTELPRO. This is how we lost the Panther movement. How they either were executed or put in jail. We cannot allow this supremacist ideology to spread and gain greater acceptance. Claiming Jewish people are not the real Jews perpetuates Anti-Semitism around the world. And we've been here for 500 years. Our ancestors built the wealth all these Mickey Thicky eat from, including Israel. Right? And we don't have any protections under this law, under this land. It's on the books. It's not being enforced. AJC's Avi Meyer described the BHI chants as being another side of the same anti-Semitic coin of the white supremacist Jews will not replace us chant. You see what they're comparing us to? White supremacists like the KKK who are Christians and got protections. Black Hebrew Israelite beliefs. Black Hebrew Israelites' beliefs have recently drawn attention with the scandal surrounding Irving and American rapper Kanye West. Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, the book series adapted into the documentary of the same name, shared by Irving in late October, a movie that's been out since 2018. And the sisters who video I just shared, she didn't get no heat when she shared about the origins of the Hebrew Israelites. She got no smoke. She wasn't tarred and feathered. She didn't have to suffer an economic lynching. But Kyrie shares about Hebrews to Negroes, never made a comment. And look at the paces they put that brother through to tar and feather him publicly. Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, the book series adapted into the documentary of the same name, shared by Irving in late October, argues in favor of the BHI Jewish replacement theory. Irving was suspended by his team, the Brooklyn Nets, on November 3rd in response to the athlete refusing to apologize. No, he didn't refuse to apologize. He just wouldn't lick the crack of your arse. And then you came up with a 6-point, six-step program for him to be reinstated back to the thing he loves to do and that he does exceptionally well. It was an economic lynching for him telling the truth. The series became a bestseller on Amazon, Apple, and Barnes & Noble online stores, thanks to the folks who got their panties in a bunch and wanted to paint Kyrie out to be anti-Semitic. And let's look at what happened to Ronald Dalton Jr., the author of about 4 books and about 2 to 3 documentaries. Shout out to Lisa Cabrera. She had him on an interview that was rich and epic. You must check it out after my broadcast. You don't get to leave my broadcast. You got to stay put. Hi, Elmira, Tebe, Kiki Curly Straight, Leonard the Yuda. Hold on, guys. Okay. Let me show you what happened to Ronald Dalton Jr. Now, in that interview with Lisa, he alluded to them coming for his channel. Well, after that interview, they did. Stand by. Oh. Here we go. go past that.
His main channel
Cut some time
was
down.
deleted. And we know what's going on.
Come on, back it up a little bit.
His main channel.
I had it all queued up.
Last night.
Hold on.
Gentlemen.
I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Dalton Jr. reached out to me late last night. His main channel was deleted. And we know what's going on. If we don't stand up for each other and we don't say anything when we're under attack by other groups, then what good are we? What good are we? If this is not the right time to unite, then when? When is the right time? You know, you can tell we're on the right track because the attacks just keep coming and coming and coming. The attacks would not exist if there was no threat. But there is a threat. And that threat is us.
That threat is us. Because we're waking up to the truth of who we really are, and that they absolutely do not want. Now, a whole new channel was created. I put the link in the chat at the very, very top. I would love for all of us to go and show Mr. Dalton love by subscribing and becoming more educated about the truth of who we really are. Okay, let's go back to the text. But this is what they do, family. It's been done to me. I'm being shadow banned. Whenever you speak up and out against the establishment who seeks to erase and replace you, you become a threat. And that's what Farrakhan showed you at the top of the broadcast when he talked about all of our leaders who were labeled anti-Semitic. You guys know about the Red Scare when they were labeling our people communists and taking folks out. You've seen them do it to everyone who has tried to rise up and learn and teach the truth about who we are. It did not start with slavery, but those are the only narratives that they not only put big Jewish money behind to produce, but they also take creative license to change the narrative and imbuing a bunch of fiction in our never-ending Holocaust. Things that they would never allow done to their narratives. And lots of Black folks get on that same page for that Skrilla. They sell our history out. They sell us out politically. And everything is political. You must learn to despise what they love and despise, and you must learn to hate. You must learn to despise what they love and learn to love what they despise. And you must teach your children, because if this were taught to them, if their parents knew and their parents' parents knew that they were greater than the slaves that this government at every branch tries to convince you of, along with the Jews, not all. I learned that there's a big difference between the Orthodox Jews and the Zionist. Yeah, the Zionist is the problem. The Zionists are the ones trying to take back Palestinian lands. They run Israel. They run the ADL over here. They run Hollywood. They run the music industry. And they're the ones making us anti-Semitic when we stand up and understand that they have robbed us of our origins. They have stolen everything. I am a Moorish American. I hear you, Kinky Curly Straight Talk. I don't know much about the Moorish, but yeah, I'm interested now. I'm wide open. I mean, I was born and raised a Baptist, and my mom told my granny when I asked, how can I be both the image likeness of God and a sinner and a wretch at the same time? They're diametrically opposed, mommy. She said to my grandmother, don't drag her to church. But what about her salvation, my granny asked. She will come to learn God in her own terms, in her own time. I cannot with this child's line of questioning. You don't have the answers. The pastor don't have the answer. And this child is not going to sit up here and accept the response to believe in this Bible as it's written literally and believe at the same time that she's a sinner and a wretch. How do you reconcile that? Leave her alone. And later in life, I came into New Thought Christianity, which is metaphysics, studying the word in spirit and truth, beyond the literal. Because there were 5,000 manuscripts before the word press that was being edited and doctored on by folks as low as a slave, as high as the rulers of the land. We're so far from the authentic Bible, nobody knows what that is. And then King James and the Nicene Council went up in there, started taking books out to hide the truth from us. How much difference it would make in the lives of our children to know the truth of who they really are. If you knew as a child that you were God's chosen, wouldn't you feel invincible? Wouldn't you feel like you had an S on your chest? How about if you knew your oneness with God? That you and the Father are as much one as Jesus and the Father. That Jesus was your way shower. He never asked, to be labeled God exclusively. That came with the New Testament shenanigans. If he was God, why was he appealing to the Mother, Father, Spirit Divine while on that cross to forgive those wicked people who hung him, for they knew not what they do? In the scripture, when the Pharisees and the Sadducees were angry at his gifts of being able to heal and turn water into wine and do any manner of thing, didn't he tell them they were God? And they hung him for that. He always appealed to his inner Christ. That inner Christ didn't begin with Jesus, and it didn't end with Jesus. You're all the sons and daughters. Okay? Thank you, Robin. She agrees. Back to the text. Oh my God, 6:04. Okay, let me hurry up. Just get on my rant. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, so imagine if our children knew the truth. They would really step into their greatness and they would be undeniable. And that's why they're working feverishly by taking down Mr. Dalton's channel. The link is above in the chat. They're doing every manner of thing to make God's chosen people continue to stay enslaved to them. And that's why they're fighting feverishly to label the truth anti-Semitic. This is rich. Well, prayerfully, my channel won't be shut down. But if it is, y'all will be able to tell the people how I was taken down too. I don't give a damn. The truth crushed to the earth shall rise, okay? I'm on that TR Ruth. The ancestors called me to do this, and I am just ecstatic. Go back to the text. I'm almost done, y'all, and then I'll come read your comments. I'm sure they're epic and they're rich. Yeah, so there is a Jewish replacement theory. Like they replaced us. Remember how they went through Egypt crushing the noses? They couldn't change that black ink on the walls of those pyramids, though. Yeah. Couldn't change the full lips. They couldn't destroy it as they try to take it over. That's all us, baby. Our origins. Yes, I'm smug in that reality. Irving was suspended by his team, the Brooklyn Nets, on November 3rd. Okay, he didn't refuse to apologize. He just would not lick the crack of their arses. The series became a bestseller on Amazon, Apple, and Barnes & Noble online stores. According to the ADL, the series features passages from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion and the quote, falsely attributed to Adolf Hitler declaring Black Americans to be the true Jews. What's the lesson for the day, boys and girls? When they espouse what they believe to be the truth, what is it to us? A lie. Ergo, Adolf Hitler declaring the Americans to be the true Jews is accurate. You see how that works? You got to flip it on its head every time. Activists, NGOs, and even Hollywood stars have called on the book retellers to remove the series. Really? Oh, must be the white ones. Barnes & Noble removed the content from its website in response to public pressure. Amazon's still getting paid. West, who has legally changed his name to Ye, has also professed belief in Black Americans as Jews. However, he has included Jews as another branch of the same nation rather than as imposters. Okay, well, we know his soul is on ice. He sleeps white, so you got to forgive them when they've got that kind of little mental breakdown. That's post-traumatic slave syndrome speaking, okay? The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew. Also, West explained at the end of a tweet in which he warned that he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. In a statement, AJC Director of Black Jewish Relations, Dove Wilker, said it was important not to generalize when it comes to Hebrew Israelites. Radical Hebrew Israelites are grouped under the Israelite umbrella that cites anti-Semitic conspiracy theories to explain the slave trade and preach misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, xenophobia, and anti-Semitism. But not all Hebrew Israelites are Black, and not all are radical. Yeah, it's always radical when we got something to say about it. Okay, let's see. Did I share all my videos? Okay, let me see. I think I'm full. Let's go see what y'all have to say about it before I pray us out and remind you of who you really are. Woo! Let's go to the top of the thread. Oh, this has been rich. I thought I wouldn't be able to get to this until Sunday, but honey, folks got out the gate with it before I could share it. Okay. Oh, you look pretty and your hair is gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Yaira, for your kind words. What we talk about tonight. Okay. I'm just going to read the pertinent ones, okay? Greetings. Everybody's showing love in the first part. Yes, we are the real Jews, the tribe of Judah. Well, the rock, I'm still learning. but my interest has been piqued. So I'm going to be doing a lot more digging on this. It seems like with every iteration of my spiritual development, I'm learning more and more and more about a truth I've always known, that we are made in the image likeness of God. From the time I was knee-high to a gatepost. And every iteration of my spiritual development gets me closer to that understanding on another level. So this is another level. I've got all the meta-netters in my library as I look up. I just bought all of the books from the Nation of Islam on the relationship between Blacks and Jews. They're in my library. I've got books on African spirituality. Like, it's just rich. I just love learning more about who I am before I was flesh. I just love it. Let's go down. Okay, The Rock says, us and the Caribbeans are the tribe of Judah. It makes sense, given my research. Farrakhan set it off, says Nikki. Hi, Diane. I think I spoke to you. Diane says, who gonna check the Hebrew Israelites after Yaira said, my male energy coming through? Wow. Oh, let me get my glasses, y'all. Y'all can see me looking big-eyed over here like I'm straining to see. Okay. These are my Walmart. No, are these Walmart? Either Walmart or Rite Aid readers. Wow, they just put blackface on anti-Semitism. Did you see that, Nikki? They were shook. Yes, they were. Nope, it was an army. No small feat. They are fire and mighty. These are the Hebrew Israelites marching to the Barclays Center to defend Kyrie. Oh, it was just so, if you just got here, you got to rewind it once the tape renders, okay? It was so rich and epic. I had to memorialize the moment here. It reminded me of the Million Man March. Oh, to see our men rise up. Ooh. Ah. This is what I love about y'all. Y'all have been rising up since y'all fought and won our emancipation. And I'm your ride or die. I love our brothers. I love y'all through and through. And I can't wait to be a part of history bringing economic justice to you in all forms, not just reparations. I'm fighting for far much more than that. If you want to get in the fight, please Gmail me at therepperspect@gmail.com. It's in the title, in this bar scrolling below, and I can get you involved because we need boots on the ground. Truth and facts, sis. Hey, that really put a smile on my face seeing and listening to them. Doesn't it, Yaira? Looks large to me. Yes, it was. Lamestream Media, says Diane, tried to block the coverage. Oh, yes. But that's the beauty of those of us in the new black media over on ScrewTube. And when we make much ado it, then they make much ado it, right? Well, not really. Like stuff like this, they don't want to get out because they're already pissed with their ignorant selves that they, and this push for the economic lynching of Kyrie and Ye has actually blown the roof off of the sales of Ronald Dalton's books. So even though these other entities that carry the books and the videos are getting rich, so is Mr. Dalton. And he has a family, so let's help him out. As a matter of fact, go to his website. Let me tell it to you. Let me share. When you want to purchase anything, you go to his website. Don't get it from Amazon. Give this brother 100% of the proceeds. I'm going to copy and paste all the links I've got open. Become a member. Hold on one second. Paste that. Hold on, guys. I got all of it open. Here's another one for African tours if you're interested, of which I am interested. I want to go to Benin, which is where my people are from, where the Dahomey rained terror on my ancestors. And then these white folks wrote a movie making them the victims of terrorism. Like they the damn sheroes when they were in fact my people's Hitler. When you want to rent anything, okay, hold on, guys. Okay, this is the last one. So, if you want to purchase books, or you want to rent the movies, or you want to purchase the movies, don't give your money to Amazon. Give it directly to the source. I put all the links in the comment in the chats, okay? Hi, Leonard Deyuda. Yes, please like, share, subscribe. Turn on your notification. Robin Felix, Lions Den, aka Trey X, Martin Norwood. Let's see here. It's just Hebrew Israelites. The group dislikes being called Black Hebrews. Oh, okay. Thank you for the correction, Martin. Respect. Hebrew Israelites. They don't want to be called Black Hebrew Israelites. Understood? Because it's inherent in the name. It's just like American freedmen. Okay? We don't need to be called American freedmen descendants. We are the American freedmen. I got it. I say American freedmen who descend from U.S. chattel slavery, but I don't refer to us as American freedmen descendants of American freedmen. I don't do that. Son Powell taught me that. We're just simply American freedmen, okay? Going down, seeing more comments. Yes, Yaira, my Israelite brothers took it to the streets. Hi, Satra. Okay. I'm still researching for you about a group in Georgia. I got my feelers out. I'll be in touch. That line was endless. I wish we could see the video that shows how long that Hebrew Israelite line was. Yes, Robin, it was rich, but the Daily Mail tried it. They show up in large numbers. When they show up, they show up. I can see Afro-Latin folks. That's it. Oh, really? Okay. That makes sense. I can see that. What she's speaking to is how when I question how Hispanics could be lumped in the same category as Hebrew Israelites, I couldn't make a connection. But Yaira, this makes a lot of sense that when they speak in terms of Hispanic, I can see that being more of a reference to the Afro-Latinas. That makes sense to me. Nikki, all my interruptions and can't find my stuff. She said, that's the devil. Take your time. Thank you, sis. I thank y'all for your patience. All 12 tribes of Israel are Black. Thank you, The Rock. I read that the ADL is demanding that Amazon take the movie down. Oh, they've been demanding it. But Bezos ain't paying that no mind, and he don't have to. You see the ones who get away with it, and those of us who they bring an economic lynching to. Kyrie being economically lynched, while Bezos is still selling it on his site. Kyrie doesn't have the complexion for his protection. But that's what I love about the Hebrew Israelites showing up and out on his behalf. All Israelites don't believe in that 12 tribes chart. Oh, hi, James Green. Really now? That's interesting. I have to research that. It was really wonderful finding my 6th great-grandmother, Mesh, born in Orimaya, Ethiopia in the late 1500s. She was brought to the UK, then the US colonies. Wow. Rich, Yaira. Wow. Yaira is a genealogist. So Yaira, you should put in my chat how they can find you so they can find their people. Okay? You know, they've robbed us of our history and where we descend from. So yeah, Yaira can help you. That's why she's called Root Trackers by Yaira. She's a genealogist. Reach out to her. Yaira, put your the way they can reach you in the chat. These are fake European Jews standing on a religion but not lineage. Okay? It's like the Africans calling themselves African American, but American is not their lineage. Woo, Nikki, you bringing that fire. Absolutely. America with 3 Ks. Oh, you spelled that right, Leonard Deyuda. America's greatest hidden secret. Oh, honey. And how? This is what they made the FBI to prevent. All facts, no whammies. 100. Oh, I got 100 for my co-host. Hey now. 2 things white folks can't stand, the truth and the sun. Woo, my co-hosts are bringing the fire in the chat. Elmira, attempting to take me off your chat. Who? Not me. Maybe ScrewTube, child. They better not. They hating. Come on now. I've never seen this. Thanks. Yay. I'm so glad. I love when people learn it first from me. I learn it from others too. This is beautiful. It's dangerous for them. Yes. They are now advertising to visit Israel on commercials. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I have one more video to show. Thank you, Elmira. This is Rich. Let me show you something. I hope it's still open. Lord knows. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, guys. This was epic. Where'd it go? Hold on, guys. It's Rich. I gotta find it. Black Hebrew Israelites versus Israel. Okay.
Beit Israel is a community originally from the United States with roots in the Black Hebrew Israelites movement. Now based in Israel, the religious group believes Tel Arad to be the true Jerusalem.
These are the people of the book. That's right.
The Israeli government, however, does not recognize Tel Arad as a holy site.
Israel have a law, you see, that indicates that if you have a holy place within the land of Israel, that you should be able to visit there freely, you see, without having to pay entry for it. So because of that, we want what everybody else, what every other community have in Israel. We want our people that's coming from America, our people that live here in Israel, we want to be able to enter into the holy place.
Leader of Beit Israel, Hoshua Amariel, is citing an Israeli law enacted 52 years ago. The law says holy places will be protected from any desecration, with freedom of access to those who hold them as sacred. Tel Arad is currently under Israel's Park Authority, where it is being treated as a national park and campsite. Beit Israel's activities are slowly being banned from the site, and its members must pay a fee to enter for prayers.
I fear God more than I fear men. You understand? So we do go ahead and do what we were required to do, but we have a backlash afterwards saying that we broke the rules of the place.
Several years ago, Beit Israel began working with Israeli lawyer Daniel Taib.
Handshake. That's the handshake for the revolution, the Torah revolution.
Together, they are working on bringing the case before the Israeli government to have Tel Arad officially recognized as a holy place.
Over the past year, the situation started escalating. Before last year, Chief Hoshua and his community could go there for their ceremonies and sacrifices. Everything was authorized, no one hurt anyone. Now they are being given difficulties to practice their rituals, so we are stepping up our legal actions to help.
Currently, the group holds most of their rituals outside the boundaries of the Parks Authority.
I don't have no army.
And abiding by Israeli law is beginning to dishearten many members of the community.
Sorry, guys, hold on.
That the city of David is the same as Zion.
I accidentally cut it off. Just a second. I'll pick it up where it left off. Sorry about that. I was trying to find something else while that tape rolled. Let me back it up a little bit.
And abiding by Israeli law is beginning to dishearten many members of the community.
The scriptures say that the city of David is the same as Zion, or that Mount Zion is the city of David. If the scriptures literally say that, then how can you have a sign that points Mount Zion this way and then the city of David that way? It just doesn't make sense. We know that that's Mount Zion, and we would like to come there and pray and serve the Most High as we're commanded. That's all.
It hurts. It hurt really bad. It's something that I think about every day. I cry about it. I pray about it. I just every day. I'm dealing with it every day. Everywhere I go in this country, it's really hard because that's who we are. That's who we are as a people.
Israel's Parks Authority declined I-24 News' request to be interviewed on Beit Israel and Tel Arad. It remains to be seen if the community will ever get the recognition it seeks.
Okay, family. So thank you, Elmira, for your comment. It put that back on my mind to share that with you. So that's great. Lisa's interview with Ronald Dalton Jr. was amazing, Robin. I concur. You guys check that out. About 2 hours, but it was powerful. Hey, sister, you're on fire. Thank you, Tebe. Yes, Diane, they deleted his whole entire channel. I placed the link to the new channel above. So please check that out, okay? Now is the right time. Yes, Kiki Curly Straight Talk. I like your name. I love creative stuff like that. Superfacts 100. New slavery movie each year. Come on now. To constantly show you who you're not, but to try to keep you, to beat you into that submission. And there's always some type of white hero or white shero. I think Django was the only movie I saw, and Nat Turner, Nate Parker's Nat Turner, where it wasn't that same kind of, slave narrative where white folks come out to be a hero. How's that work? How's that work? So yeah, I'm done with those movies. Y'all need to stop putting yourself through that mental trauma. Truly. Envy not thy oppressors and take on none of their ways. Yes, Leonard Deyuda, absolutely. Yeah, that's the problem here in this country. Far too many American freedmen have actually done just that. You can usually find them in government. Oh, shoot. I got a meeting in 30 minutes. I am a Moorish American. I got to look that up. I've got a real favorite Moor right now exposing the truth about the grifters in the contemporary reparations grassroots movement that made a total grift and hustle of it. His name is Taharka Bey. I've been thoroughly enjoying his footage. Check him out. It's been rich and epic. He's exposing everyone. We are through the line of Moab. Ooh. Proverbs 3:31. KJ 2:1. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship at thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Ooh, you bring in that fire. King James, KJ 21, behold. Ooh, child, I know that's a scripture. I think I heard Queen A talk about that one. The Bible's missing over 690 books. You hear that? 5,000 manuscripts written by candlelight in the cave before the WordPress and the Nicene Council shenanigans with King James. And you wonder why American freedmen in far too many households celebrate a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus, which is Michelangelo's cousin. That's what my 6th grade literature teacher, Mrs. Brown, taught me. She was 7th grade, actually. These white Jews are fake Jews called Ashkenazi Jews. See the work Nazi in that. Ooh. Come on up in here and teach, Robin. I didn't know you and your hubby were back from cruising. You up in here dropping knowledge. Ooh, that was fire. It's all a plot. The book of Revelations is actually older than the Old Testament when decoded by the scrolls in the Bible Sinaiticus. Oh, I don't know that word. I have to look that up. I've been waiting for these days. Well, it's rich. It's just rich. Check or bet. I want a 45-year-old bar mitzvah. I want a 45-year-old bar mitzvah. Well, I don't know if that's an Orthodox Jewish tradition or a Zionist tradition. Even the Orthodox don't like the Zionists, but I don't know if the Orthodox understand that we are God's chosen people. If they on that dum-dum, then I can't give them no love either. Please see the truth about King James on A Gathering 144 channel. Thank you, Jerisham Yasharala. Woo, y'all be making me do some somersaults with these names. Thank you, Jerisham Yasharala. Please see the truth about King James. Oh, I can't wait to watch that. Ashkenazis have Russian and Asian DNA. Real Jews do not have that DNA. That would be us. Ow. They went through painstaking lengths to hide all of this from us. To this day, Leonard. Robin, the Russians, the English, and the Germans, and the Ashkenazis are all the same tribe. Heavy. Exactly. The Asians and Canaanites and Sinites. Never heard of that. Sinites. Glad I bought the book. I knew they would censor it and make it hard to obtain. Yep. That's what they did to the Nation of Islam. Their books, the Blacks and Jews. But you can go to the Nation of Islam website and purchase them. They're about $30 a piece, but at least they're in my library now. They still use their name, China Sino, aka the people of sin from the scriptures. Ooh, I love me some KRS-One. Ben told us too. Wow. KRS-One is a metaphysician. His mom taught him metaphysics. That's why he manifested much. He understood his power. He understood his mastery, power, dominion, and authority over it all as the image likeness of God. And he went to work and manifested great music. I've been on their necks for years. Thank you. Yep. Robin agrees. Okay, those are my links. I'm going to flash these. Oh, never mind. If you want the links, they're in the chat. WC, because they include Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. I watched the entire. Hi, WC. I watched the entire documentary. It wasn't anti-Semitic. Well, it was rough to get through 3 hours, but I don't recall any parts of it that was anti-Semitic. I was very confused about all the other groups being lumped into being Hebrew Israelites. I thought that the 12 tribes was like the Root said prior, exclusively us. I'm sure that once we scatter about, that we mix with other races of people. But when you talk Hebrew Israelite, that was the only part that really confused me. And I hope to one day be able to ask Mr. Dalton, how did he get from here to there? That it wasn't just Africans, that it was all these other groups. That threw me off. But yeah, I didn't hear anything anti-Semitic at all. But it's my theory that they didn't even watch it. Just on the mere strength of Hebrews to Negroes, Black America, wake up, or wake up, Black America. That was enough to get their panties in a bunch and to economically lynch Kyrie. Okay. I remember this. They were hating bad. Oh, you talk about the video that I showed? Yeah. It's tragic that we have to fight to be who we are without being lynched, economically or otherwise. Sorry, that verse was Revelations 3:9. Okay, thank you. I know that's right. 102 H377 with Amazon. I don't know what that means. Hi, Stacia. This is our GOP DC mayoral candidate, Stacia Hall, in the building. That is not ancient Israel with the capital of Jerusalem in that strip of land. The ancient nation is on the continent of Africa. Wow. Gabriel Proctor and Nat Turner realized they were Israelites. Ooh. Moors are Israelites that adopted Islam. Interesting. Just learn something new every day. Just keep living. The book of Jasher, I think it's pronounced with a Y, says the sons of Jacob as inherited their physical strength and comely looks from Abraham. The Hebrew Israelite brothers looked mighty like the God they served. Well, that's how them brothers look marching through the streets of Brooklyn in the house. I loved it. Yaira says, greetings and salutations, Stacia. Since we need the link to his YouTube channel again, it's too far up in the chat to get. Oh, okay. Let me go find it. Stand by. Okay, just a second, family. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Hold on, guys. I closed it out.
Well,
Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm coming back. I gotta. Okay, found it. Okay, it's coming your way. Okay, yes. Okay. You're very welcome. Oh, your website is under construction. Okay, so could you put an email or some way for them to reach you, Yaira? I'm about to pray us out, so do that quickly. Okay, guys, this has been a rich, rich time together. I am so thankful to each and every one of you who tuned in. It's been so much fun. Please share this with your kids and your grandkids so they can start to understand who they truly are as the face of God. Yes, you are the face of God. You are the voice of God. You are the body temple of the Spirit of the living God. Oh my God, it's just so epic to be able to understand who I am and to be able to let you know at the end of every broadcast the truth of who you are. That means you've got mastery, power, dominion, and authority over everything. So rise up, family. Each one teach one about the truth of who you really, really are. And come into your greatness. The weapons may form, family, but they will never prosper against God's chosen people. And with that being said, family, if nobody's told you today how much they love you, know that I love you black and I love you oh so Freedman strong. Yes, I do. And until we meet again, which will probably not be till Sunday, well, unless something pressing happens, I want you to make, this is like the third broadcast that I was supposed to do last night, but I ran out of steam and I had to get the East Coast to bed. But until we meet again, family, I want you to make it a beautiful, God-inspired rest of your evening and work week. And until we meet again, I'm believing for each and every one of us a ton of peace, love, and reparations.